It's JRPG Saturday, the favourite day of the week, really, my favourite genre, and we're going to continue on with our good work doing playing through Blue Reflection. What a brilliant little game this is. So we'll do our usual, give people a moment or two to jump on. I've put the tweet out with the link, and obviously it's live now on YouTube, so hopefully people jump on soon and then we can get stuck into it. So you may have remembered, last time we played, we got through the first boss of the game, which was pretty good. The boss was pretty impressive. And we are well and truly into the story now as well. So we are going to make some good progress today, I think. Good morning, Christian. Thank you for joining us again. Hope you've been making good progress through your own playthrough of Blue Reflection. Okay, so now that we've given people a chance to jump on, and I'm sure there'll be a couple more that get on soon. Oh, excellent. Congratulations, Chapter 5. So you're well ahead of where we'll get to in this stream today, I imagine, but that's alright. You can relive the magic. Like I said, we'll get stuck into it. I'm sure a couple more people will jump on as we go along, but let's get playing.
それで活動って具体的にどうするの？ひとまずは文化祭の準備をする前にみんなと仲良くなることかな。
Oh, well done. Still finding it as enjoyable as when you started? Because yeah, some games wear. I don't think Blue Reflection does. I think it keeps its energy going nice and strong throughout.
仲良く？いろんな人たちと交流すれば、それだけフラグメントと接する機会が増える。だからひなちゃんに実行委員になってもらおうと思ったの。そしたらお話しするきっかけになるから。なるほど、そういう理由だったんだね。うん、だからみんなとお話ししよう。というわけでひなちゃん、フリスペの連絡先教えて。フリスペって何？ひなちゃんやってないの？まさかスマホも持ってない？いや、それは持ってるけど。よかった。じゃあインストールすれば問題ないね。ちょっと借りるね。あ、それでフリスペっていうのはね。 つまりひなちゃん、もしかしてあまり詳しくない？というか機械系が苦手そうだよね。
Yes, so you can definitely end up in a very overpowered state with Blue Reflection. It's never the most difficult JRPG at any point. I don't think it wasn't intended to be a challenging game, and I don't think it is. I think they've achieved that goal that it's you're able to move through it fairly quickly. Um,
うるさい。
but yeah, it definitely there are points where you'll feel like it's impossible to lose.
これからの活動に必要そうなものいくつか登録しといたよ。
So what we're basically having right now is an introduction to Free Space, which is the social network that this game has, because obviously it's very important that you socialize with all your classmates. That's the point of the kind of narrative of the game. There's this little social network as well, which is good fun, mostly because it has this really neat little Tamagotchi thing, which you'll see soon enough, which I enjoyed a great deal, much more than I probably should have actually. Hello and welcome to the stream. I can't even pronounce that username. Zleeps5. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. And it is a very delightful game, so I'm glad you enjoy it. It's definitely up there with my kind of favorite games of this generation. It's not particularly well known, but I think it's absolutely beautiful. So we're just going to scroll through all of this tutorial stuff nice and quickly. If you play the game yourself, you probably want to read it, but it's just showing you the mission structure and various other little elements now that have been introduced to the game. Now, I can't remember exactly if it is or not, but I think the tropical island stuff, which they're talking about here, which has cutscenes, which, obviously it means swimsuits and stuff, I think that one was DLC, so I don't think that's part of the base game, which is why they're suddenly not talking their lines. But it's a location you can go to for after-school activities, and yeah, I think it's DLC. Okay, so now we're getting into the game proper. We've got all these quests and stuff we need to do now. And we have access to our phone. Yes, well, that probably confirms that it probably is DLC. That's why you got. I got that little cutscene, which you might have seen, and the ability to go to the tropical island. So yeah, there you go. I do like the little interactions that they have on this chat thing. It's good fun. Hinako's pretty hopeless at the technology stuff, as you can see, as they've said quite a few times. And yeah, there's a lot of humour that comes through all of this. There's quite a few chats that I'll need to run through just quickly, so it's probably not the most interesting footage, but I have this OCD thing where I can't leave little icons saying that I haven't done something in the game, so... It is. It definitely is a better Persona than Persona 5, that's for sure. For one thing, this game's not as long as Persona 5. It doesn't keep going and going and going until it's just not worth it anymore. And yeah, it's got lovely characters and it's got very much the same kind of tone and personality as a Persona game, but better. Of all the Persona clones that are out there, this one's definitely the one that I recommend first. There are plenty of them. There's also Caligula Effect, which is an excellent game in its own right, and I'll play that at some stage, I'm sure. There's also Tokyo Xanadu, I think. That's the Nihon Falcon one. There's also Akiba's Beat, which is another Persona-like. So there's plenty of this kind of sub-genre of JRPG. But yeah, Blue Reflection's a special one for me. Okay, so finally worked through all of that. Let's have a look at our Dark Cave, which is my Tamagotchi thing. I love this thing. So you have a little monster, basically, this little mini game, and they're going to eventually, in a certain number of turns, go to the Dark Cave, which you see in the background there, and your job is to just change their stats by doing these, by selecting one of these various options of activities that you can do with them, and you want to make them as powerful as possible before they go into the cave, and then they do, and then you get to start all over again. That growth bar down the bottom is the one that determines when they go to the cave, and the 4 statistics above that are the stats you need to watch. So let's go with watch over it, because that has positive effect. And there's nothing else to do. You check in a bit later on and do another option, another selection, and then go and keep going. Hello and welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in. I only got demonetized for that one video. My other videos are still monetized. So yeah, just to fill people in, last night I streamed Dead or Alive Extreme 3, which is the beach volleyball Dead or Alive thing. Lots of swimsuits and fan service in that one. And it got demonetized before it even finished rendering. So YouTube's obviously very sensitive about that one, that game. But yes, the rest of my videos are still monetized, so it's not a big deal. It's just funny. And yes, Caligula Effect is a very intelligent game. I think it's a very smart Persona clone. So it was overlooked basically for that reason. It was too smart for its own good. Okay, so if all those little icons that are popping up on the right there, I've got missions to complete now. And you know the double exclamation mark, they're the vital ones, they're the ones I have to do in order to progress the game. These ones are just kind of optional or important. These ones are not that important at all. But let's go with... Well, I kind of complete them all as we go along. Yes, the anime is very good as well. Um, I really recommend the anime of Caligula Effect. It does some interesting things to make sure that it works as an anime, beyond, above and beyond being just a copy of the game. So yeah, it's definitely interesting from that perspective as well. Okay, so let's do some of these quests because that pushes the game along. So 1B special class, I need to go and make friends with Sarah. Now at the moment these quests are mostly just talking to various people being in various parts of the town, of the school. Oops, I didn't mean to pull that up. Head down to the first floor. 1B is where that... So you can see the little talkie icon. That just indicates it's somebody that I need to speak to for a quest. So it's all very nicely laid out to be nice and easy to understand. So let's chat to our classmate here. So that feeling thing is obviously indication of the relationship between Hinako and whichever character he's talking to, or she's talking to, and that's important to build the relationship with the characters, and you know that helps because obviously the goal is to be close friends with everybody. Um, Caligula Effect. I haven't played the PS4 version. I've only played the Switch version. It works fine. I imagine the PS4 version is probably slightly better looking in terms of the graphical power, but it was basically an update, a HD version of a Vita thing, so it probably hasn't been upgraded that much for PS4, to be honest. It's probably much the same. It's another game that doesn't really focus too much on the graphical power, so it's pretty modest in that respect, and I think it'll probably run much the same on PS4 and Switch. So right now I'm helping, well, I'm getting to know the other characters for those points to complete those missions. So this is a little cutscene. Hello, Patty. Welcome to the stream. No, it's definitely not. This game is a much more laid-back, kind of casual approach to the gameplay bits when compared to Persona. It's also not as large in scope. I mean, most of the action happens within the bounds of the school itself here. So, whereas Persona obviously takes place within the broader town, so it's limited but deliberately so, and I think that's for the good of the game because Persona 5 runs to 130 hours with that Royal version, whereas this one is nowhere near that long. Can't remember exactly how long it takes me to finish. Maybe 30, I want to say. 30 hours, maybe, if that. So all the girls here are discovering that ballet is actually difficult. And after all of that, I acquired Saras's fragment, and that boosts the feeling, the points as well that I've got, which gets me closer to progressing the story. And then you can go out with the characters after school as well at times to build a relationship with them yet further. And items, just skipping through all this tutorial stuff gets exhausting. Okay. Oh, stop pulling that out. Keep pressing the wrong button. Too eager to play with the Tamagotchi. Won't be ready yet. So when you finish for the day, you can go home, which will progress the story, or the game to the next day, which often does progress the story. So we've got lots of things you can do there. Yeah, the game's gone from the Australian store. You won't be able to find it, unfortunately. So yes, you probably will need to grab it from the UK. I think that's where I got my DLC from, the UK store. There's heaps of DLC. I mean, I'm not sure how much of the DLC is kind of additional story elements, but there's an awful lot of costumes. Let's see if I can pull that up just to show you. There are all kinds of costumes that you can add. Where was that? Oh, it's in the school, I think. Yeah, the dressing room here. So all of the characters that you meet, not just the main three, but every character in the school has a costume that you can change, and there's all these different ones here. So I can dress Hinako as Verona from the Atelier series. All various swimsuits. All of that was DLC, of course, because that's what Koei Tecmo does to keep themselves alive. Okay. No, the game was not banned. It was rated R18, so and that rating was never changed. But for whatever reason, Koei Tecmo decided to pull it, I think, from the actual store. And they did it very quickly. It was like within a couple of weeks of the game releasing. It was at one point available in the Australian store, but then it just disappeared, and Koei never told anybody about it. So I don't know. I don't really know what actually happened there. But as far as I'm aware, it's still technically legal to be sold in the country. Yeah, R18 because of, what was it? Sexual rewards or something. Sex something or other linked to rewards. It was some stupid reason that doesn't actually apply to this game at all. It can be very strange indeed. It's I've given up trying to understand the motivations of the Australian Classification Board. So Rin here has an addiction to some kind of juice. I got to say I sympathise or empathise with that. I quite like a certain type of grape juice. But yeah, she drinks a lot of it, and that was an interesting little cutscene. So all of that, creating bonds with friends.
着信ないかな。
Oh, well, I stopped pulling out. I keep pressing the wrong button. Let's just check in on my... Oh, I can, yes. I can then go and give him my little monster. What do I do? What do I do? Let's leave him alone this time, which will increase his wits and stress, but decrease his health and charm. But 2 and 2 is the best option I have here. There we go. Okay. Go into this classroom. I wonder if it really is that extreme though, because I assume that The Last of Us 2 hasn't been banned in Japan or been, rated out of the market by Sero, and The Last of Us 2 it, from everything I've seen, it really pushes the violence thing pretty far. Can't remember who I need to talk to here. I assume it's Lime and Yuzu.
Lime.
Ah, there we go. We can go to the tropical island. Let's do that because Christian hasn't seen this yet. let's show the tropical island cutscene.
何かするかな。
So when you go out at the end of the day, that immediately takes you back to your home in the evening, and that's it for the day. The time moves on. Luckily, there's not too much time pressure to get a certain number of things done during a single day, so you can take your time with this game. So you got choices there for your last activity of the day. Let's get ready for tomorrow and do some study. Yeah. Yeah. The funny thing is, I think it's not even those particular scenes that got the game the R18 rating. There are shower scenes and stuff as well, which you'll see soon enough, and they really go places. Not really. They're pretty innocent, but as far as the Australian Classification Board is concerned, they would be problematic. Falling asleep during class is something I'm well familiar with. This game is relatable on so many levels. So by choosing to study, the my skills, my MP increased, which is nice. Let's check in on our little character. Nope, can't do anything just yet. Let's go to the rooftop. There's something we can do up there. And as you can see, she's doing the glowing thing, which means that I need to jump into the alternate world to rescue her. And there's this time, because it's a mission, I need to do a certain thing, and in this case it's defeating 5 of a certain kind of enemy. So let's go in and deal with this. Okay, so this time around the dungeon is in a very lovely kind of grassy environment. There's an enemy. The best way to deal with enemies, again, as always, is the bear. Powerful bear, that bear. Okay, so...
決める。次も頑張ろう。
There we go. So I'm already making great progress in defeating the, completing the mission. I want to grab that item, but if I do that, but if I fight that enemy, I'll probably finish the quest. There we go. Got him already. Okay, so let's deal with it. This is the equivalent, I guess, of random battles in normal JRPGs. It's the opportunity to level your characters up by completing missions, because once again, for people who maybe missed the previous streams and are watching this one back, there's no experience point in this one. You actually level up by completing quests. So jumping into these kind of short little kind of side quests is the way to level your characters up. But of course you end up doing them all anyway, just because helping out your classmates is rewarding to itself. Let's get Mr. Bear to help us out. Yeah, there's just no reason not to. I mean, they don't take too long when you're playing, and the rewards are good, and you end up getting a better relationship with the other people in your class, which is the ultimate goal of this game anyway, so you may as well just do them. Anyway, that was it. I've completed my mission. Now I'll be able to jump on out. Or, actually... See, it's just the same thing. I can go to those exits, but all it does is reset the small little dungeon that I'm in, so nothing to do now except leave. And just like that, I've helped Mochizuki. And I got a bandage as a reward. That's an interesting reward for helping her out. Oh, goody. So the little icon showed me my little Tamagotchi has an update, so I can... There we go. Now I can let it work, which drastically reduces health but improves wits. Rest improves health but drops everything else. Or leave it alone, which reduces health one bit but increases everything else. I think I'm going to go with let it work. I can get the health back later, but that jumps the wits all the way up to 5-star. Good. I like that Dark Cave way too much. I'd play that as a separate game, I would. I like it when a JRPG has a minigame that you really enjoy. Okay, down to first floor we go. So, looks like there's another little dungeon in there, because the icons show that somebody's flipping out. Who might that be? Nope. It's probably new chats as well. Nope. We'll go this way. Find the person that's having an issue so we can help them out. There we go. There we go. I need to defeat one Cryhorn this time.
行くよ。すごい量の水。
You can see it there in the distance right away. Of course, the question is how to get there. Just go that way. I imagine there's items all around the place, but just run past that enemy. Oh, there's a Cryhorn there as well. But I want to grab the item. So let's try and dodge those Cryhorns for now. There was also one I saw over there. Yep, and there was one behind here. Collect all the little bits of treasure, the loots. And then go find us a Cryhorn to kill. This one will do.
警戒しないと。頑張っていこう。力を貯めて。次はどうしよう。力を貯めて。どうしよう。 クマさん、どうする？攻撃開始。負けない。一気に行くよ。頑張っていこう。ストームゲージ。
Ooh.
負ける。
Ooh.
負けるよ。
So for the first time I think in the game since I started streaming this, one of my characters is getting close to being in trouble. But that's alright, let's go overdrive.
回復しないと。連続パンチ。フォークラン。
Oh, I missed. And luckily,
回復しないと。
I'll get another go first.
食らいなさい。
That's better.
頑張らないと。逃がさない。どうしよう。シューティング。しくじった。頑張らないと。
There we go, I got a knocked out character.
やっ。
Not that it's a big
戦闘
deal.
終了。
There's plenty of, I mean, they automatically recover between battles anyway. And I've already completed the mission, so... There we go. We leave. And for that trouble I got a walnut bread, which is fair enough. Walnut bread is good stuff. And just like that, I'll have a new dark cave I can do. Excellent. So now I probably want to... If I leave it alone, again the health drops, but the charm improves. Let's do that. So not very healthy little critter, but he's evolved as you would have seen, so now he's something else. Okay. So now I have completed all the missions where I can go into the commons. All that's left is a couple of talky ones. If I drop into the front gate... Oh, it's raining. That means wet t-shirt. Okay, so with basically all of that, I pretty much finished all the little conversations at the start. I've earned the 50 rating points that I need to be able to progress the story forwards. Just go outside for a second. It's raining. Might as well show the effect that has. Also, I should level up my characters because they've done quite a few. I've completed quite a few missions already. Oh, only 1 point actually. I'll improve Hinako's attack. That gives her a new skill. I'll improve Yuzu's technical ability, which gives her 3 new skills. And I'll improve Lime's support rating, which gives her 2 new skills. So many more options now, next time I have to fight a combat. The amusing thing is if you go outside and you get soaked, the wet t-shirt effect stays on now until the story progresses, basically. I'll go back into the classroom and see, still soaked. So now I have the option to report the activities. If I do that, then that pushes the story on. I won't do that just yet. There was a new dark cave, so I can... Oh, now that's a good one. Improves stress significantly, but actually it's not so good, is it? Drops wits, improves health and charm, but I do need to improve my health. My monster's health. That's probably the best way to do it. Yeah. There we go. There is somebody I need to talk to in here. I didn't want to do that. Must be her. Nope. Ah, that's right. Let's just report our activities then. Move things on. Oh, that's right. There we go. Oh, we can go to the tropical island. It's raining, but we might as well. It's good fun. So we've got a tie into a DLC or a kind of side story little tie into the Atelier series. They're all dressed up as Atelier characters. Why they did that to go to the beach, I don't know, but let's not question these things. Whoops. It's good when the game has a sense of humour. I like when the DLC is used to put some more personality in there. It kind of fits anyway with the game, so or the game's narrative and characterization, so it all works. And yeah, it's a bit of charming fun. So I don't have this option to study this time. I'll just jump into the bath then. And let's have a think. Thinking's very important. And so because I reported the activities yesterday, the plot is now moving forward. We're onto a different, I guess, part of the narrative arc.
とんでもないことを引き受けちゃったのかもしれない。私、あんな化け物とこれからも戦えるの？特別な理由もなく戦っていけるの？はあ、考えたって仕方のないことだって。ひなちゃん、まだ悩んでるみたい。何か元気になるようなことを言ってあげた方がいいかな。今ライムたちが出て行っても逆効果だと思うよ。でもひなちゃんが悩んでるのに何もしないなんてできないよ。 ライムだってそう思うけど、一人になりたい時だってあるでしょ。それはそうだけど、ゆずっておせっかい焼きだよね。そういえばこのクラスにはもう一人すごいおせっかい焼きがいたっけ。白井、お昼食べないの？え？あ、もしかしてまだ顔と名前一致してない？あたいは成宮圭、よろしくね。はあ、それで何か用ですか？用っていうかさ、白井、もしかして一緒にご飯食べる友達がいないのかなって思って。ほら、白井って初登校の時期がみんなとずれてたでしょ。グループが出来上がってるところには声をかけづらいよね。だから白井のお弁当相手に立候補しに来たってわけ。そう。でもごめん、今日は先約があるから。ありゃ、そうなんだ。残念、タイミング悪かったか。白井、元気なさそうだったからちょっと心配だったんだよね。でも話し相手がいるなら安心かな。うん、ごめんね、心配かけて。いいよいいよ、あたいが難しい顔してる人を見つけると黙っていられないってたちなだけだからさ。話すだけですっきりすることだってあるんだから、悩み事があるなら遠慮なく相談して。うん。じゃあ私これで。うん、友達によろしく。それじゃあ今日はここまで。ねえ白井、今ちょっといい？え、何？さっきはいきなりでごめんね。親しくない人間に話しかけられてびっくりしたよね。あの後あたいも友達に言われちゃってさ、ごめんね。もっと白井のこと考えるべきだったよ。いや、そんな。まずはあたいと白井が親しい関係になるところから始めなきゃね。え？白井だってみんなと話したいでしょ。あたいってほらそれなりに友達多いしさ、紹介もできるし、そしたら白井ももっとクラスに馴染めるんじゃないかな。気持ちは嬉しいけど、そんなに構ってくれなくても。そんなわけにはいかないよ。
Kay's lovely.
元気がないクラスメートを放っておくなんてあたいにはできない。
She's a really nice character. So another win for the character writers of this game. Every time you meet a new character, they're lovely in their own way.
まずは自己紹介からだよね。あたいの名前は成宮圭。バスケ部所属で好きなものはバスケに限らずスポーツ全般。白井は体を動かすの好き？普通。そっか、白井ちょっと運動苦手そうだもんね。普通だって言ったじゃん。なんで苦手なことにされてるの？で、 逆に嫌いなものはちまちました細かい作業かな。そんなに器用じゃないからさ。それから好きな食べ物は
何なのこの人。さっきから自分勝手に絡んできて。
嫌い？
大体私
嫌い。またぼーっと考え込んでたよ。体調が悪いなら保健室に連れて行くけど。
別に大丈夫だよ。
それならいいけど。あ、白井待って。
何？
さっき友達を紹介するって言ったでしょ。
今はいいよ。
でもさ、友達作るなら早い方が
いいって言ってるじゃない。私のことは放っておいて。悩んでるってわかるなら悩ませてよ。誰もが手を差し伸べてほしいわけじゃないってあなたにはわからないの？話してって言うけど、あなたに話したって解決できない悩みなの。
ひなちゃん。ゆず、追いかけよう。
今日は休もう。
So that was a bit of teenage drama. um, entirely believable though. There's always one annoying person in the class. But no, Key's not anywhere that nearly that irritating as you find out soon enough. She's actually quite a lovely character, as I said before in the stream. But now it's awkward. It's very awkward.
ひなちゃん、大丈夫？
ありがとう。でも大丈夫。成宮さん、ちょっといいかな。
K でいいよ。
うん。じゃあ K。 昨日はごめん。
ほい。
個人的な問題なのに気を使ってくれたのに八つ当たりしちゃって。
なんだ、そのことか。
なんだって、あんなに当たり散らしたのに。
あんなことで値は折れないって。
She's so laid back, it's an inspiration. We should all be like
それ
this.
にね、白井が怒るのもわかるよ。人に言えない悩みを抱えているときにあんなにしつこく迫られたら怒るよね。友達にもまた注意されちゃった。だから白井の相談役はきっぱりと諦める。その代わりに白井、あたいと一緒にスポーツしよう。
は？スポーツ？なんでそうなるの？
思いっきり体を動かせば大抵の悩み事は吹き飛ぶからね。相談役にはなれないけど気持ちを楽にすることはあたいにだってできる。白井、あんまりスポーツ得意そうじゃないし、 あたいがいろいろ教えてあげるよ。
私これでも体の動きと体力には自信。
そうは見えないけど。
成宮さん。
お、西田、どうしたの？
ひなこちゃんは今はちょっと休んでるけど、子供の頃からずっとバレエをやってたんだよ。それはもうすごかったんだから。
ちょっと早苗、そのことは。
意外。その身長でポジションどこ？
身長、ポジション。
バレーボールでしょ？
She's not best at listening, is Kay, but
バレエだよ、踊る方。
サラサちゃんの時大騒ぎだったのに間違える？
その時ちょうどケイちゃんいなかったような。
バカにしてるの？
ごめん、そんなつもりはなかったんだけど。でも白井の怒りもよくわかった。よし、じゃあスポーツで勝負しよ
は？どうしてそうなるの？
yes, she's not the most empathetic person, as you can tell from the early stages. So she's got a learning curve. She's got a lot of growing up to do in the process of this story.
う。その人間がどれだけ努力して
She
いた
hasn't
か
got the
なん
most,
てのは
the greatest
体
level
の
of
動きを見
patience
た
for
ら
those around
すぐ
her.
にわかるからね。
いいよ、そこまで言うなら勝負する。
せっかくだし勝負に条件をつけよっか。その方が燃えるからね。
乗った。私が勝ったらどうしよう。
今考えなくていいよ。何でも一つ言うことを聞いてあげる。代わりにあたいが勝ったら白井はもうちょっとクラスに溶け込む努力をしてもらうよ。
いいよ、絶対に負けないから。
あたいだって本気で勝ちに行くからね。勝負する競技は白井が決めていいよ。それくらいのハンデはないとね。
その言葉絶対に後悔させるから。
ひなちゃん楽しそうだね。
ムキになってるだけのような気もするけど、でも考え込んで元気ないよりもずっといいよ。
うん、そうだね。
今回の勝負絶対に負けられない。
ああ、ひなちゃん気合入ってるね。
大事なものをあんな風に言われたらライムでも同じ反応するよ。
ひなちゃん、勝負の種目はどうする気？
種目か。
せっかく選ばせてくれるんだからひなちゃんに有利な種目にしようよ。
うん、最低限足の負担が少ない競技にしないとね。
そうなると球技とか陸上競技は難しいかな。
球技って時点で相手に部があるよね。バスケ部だし。
球技、陸上競技を除くと
格闘技とか？
本当に戦ってどうするのよ。
リフレクターになれば余裕だよ。
ダメ。
ごめんごめん、冗談だよ。あ、そういえば明日プールの授業あるよね。水泳ね。なるほど。
うん、それなら公平かも。
ひなちゃん、水泳得意なの？
苦手ではないかな。リハビリでは泳いだり水中を歩いたりしてるし。
じゃあ決まりだね。そういえばひなちゃん、勝ったら何をお願いするの？トレーニングを手伝ってもらうとか？
それはまだ考えてない。
ライム、これは勝負することに意味があるんだよ。そうなの？そうなの。でもひなちゃん、クラスのみんなと仲良くするのは嫌なの？
売り言葉に買い言葉になっただけ。
そっか。
それじゃあ私は K に伝えるから先に戻るよ。
Okay, so after that very long cutscene, we're now moving into the next chapter, and we get to build a relationship with Kay, and they've got that sports challenge to look forward to, which is obviously going to be a swimming contest. And I think that's a pretty good spot to finish up the stream for this week, given that we've now been over an hour. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining in. We'll continue this next week, and you'll get to see the results of Hinako racing against Kei. And yeah, thanks as always for joining in. Hope it was enjoyable, and we will see you next one. The next stream we've got going on will be tomorrow morning for probably some more Civilization 6, given I'm making good progress through that campaign. Just feel free to join in. Otherwise, catch up on some of the old streams, and we'll see you next time.